65 is a new sci-fi action thriller starring Adam Driver as a pilot who finds himself stranded on prehistoric Earth. And he and the only other survivor of the crash, a little girl played by Ariana Greenblatt, must journey through dangerous terrain and dinosaurs if they want to have a chance of getting home. This is most definitely a movie. It's a movie made by people who clearly know how to put one together, but at the end of the day, it doesn't do a thing to elevate itself. There are no twists and turns, the characters are very simplistic, and everything is pretty surface level. And so the film as a whole kind of falls flat. This isn't even really one of those films that you can point at the screen and go, wow, that was terrible, or why did they do that? It's one of those films that does everything competently, but nothing truly outstanding either. How are the performances? They're okay. How are the visual effects? They're okay. How's the story? It's okay. How are the action scenes? They're okay. The only thing that was kind of poorly handled was that there was ultimately some kind of mid-movie reveal, which I'm not even sure if it was supposed to be a reveal because it's pretty blatantly obvious from the first 5 to 10 minutes. But overall, this just doesn't flow or piece its elements together all that well. Almost like the glue to this film is missing. This movie just doesn't really feel like what's happening on the screen is actually happening. And it doesn't really have anything to do with the dinosaurs, which, like I said, they're passable. I just think that part of it might be because the world building feels so flat and empty. We never really get an explanation for what Adam Driver's mission even is. My guess is that he was in charge of just transporting a bunch of citizens, but to where and for what purpose? We don't really get an answer to this. The whole movie just kind of feels like one of those movies where what's happening on the screen is the only thing that's happening. There's no weight behind anything, and the film doesn't even really move with much forward momentum. I even remember when the credits started rolling, I kind of went, you mean that's it? And like I said, it's not like I can point to a scene and go, yep, that's why it doesn't work. It's just kind of a feeling that permeates throughout the entire thing, and it never really goes away. In the interest of fairness, I will say that some of the action sequences are, on paper, good ideas. The film does make use of practical effects whenever possible, which I always appreciate. There are some nice scenes with Driver and the little girl, and at a succinct 90-minute runtime, this movie does understand what it is and doesn't try to bloat itself into something that it's not. So it's not like it's going to waste too much of your time. If you want to see Adam Driver fight off some dinosaurs, you'll definitely get it here, but for anyone else, I don't think this is going to win you over. You can watch it if it's on, but there's no reason to go out of your way to see this one. 65 gets a half-empty shot. That review you just heard was an excerpt from my weekly review show This Weekend, where I review 5 brand new movies every single weekend. If you would like to check that out, then make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss it. And as always, if you want to see more of my reviews, you can check out my Letterboxd account. The link is in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.